How dare you deceive my brother? I would rather die than have a person like you as my sister-in-law. Just hurry up and break up with him already. Huh? I hear you're getting married soon. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. If you think you're going to be happy like this, you're wrong. I know the truth. You backstabbing piece of trash. You've been texting me a lot. Who are you? Shut up! If you don't want your wedding to be ruined, just bow out quietly. From what you're saying, you're calling my fiancé your brother. Yes, he is. He's my sweet, sweet brother. That's not possible. First of all, could you tell me your name? It says Mel, but that's not your real name, is it? Don't change the subject. No, I mean... As long as you get out of the way, everything will be fine. Just do my brother and me a favor and get out of our lives. Chase, what should I do? I got that text again today.
Oh, again?
I wonder who it is. She's still telling me to break up with her brother, and that I deceived him.
This is the 5th day in a row.
She probably thinks I'm someone else. It's been going on so long, it's starting to freak me out.
Skylar, are you okay? Even if it's a mistake, it's a real pain in the neck.
Well, it's not like there's any real physical harm done, so it's still fine. She's not listening to me at all. She won't even tell me her name.
That person thinks I'm her brother, right? I checked with my parents just to make sure, and they said I'm still the only child they have. I mean, they were wondering why I would ask that.
Yeah, of course they would. At least, if the name was displayed properly, it might have given me a clue.
Didn't you say it says Mel?
Yep. I was thinking that if Mel is a nickname, then the name is Melody, right? Does that ring a bell?
Well, I don't know anyone named Melody.
Come to think of it, no one with that name has contacted you, have they?
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. Why haven't they contacted me at all? The person claiming to be my sister is telling you not to marry me because you deceived me, right? If that's the case, they'd have to leak it directly to me to get the story straight.
That's right. Why is she only contacting me?
Maybe she doesn't have my contact info?
That's strange too. If you're siblings, she should at least have your contact information.
Speaking of which, what am I supposed to have been fooled by?
I'm not clear on that either. She just keeps repeating her own argument and won't answer any questions.
Well, I hope the wedding goes off without any problems. I guess I'd better contact the wedding hall just in case.
I guess so. There's only a week left until the wedding day. Hopefully, we can get this sorted out by then. But we don't know who it is, so it's going to be difficult. I'll let the wedding hall know what's going on just in case.
I can't imagine even someone like that would just show up. But from what you said, she sounds like she could be trouble. We'd better be on our guard.
You scammer! You're still going to marry my brother after you've been warned so much. You're sitting around laughing, and you didn't even know I was here. Your happy face makes me want to vomit. Well, you better laugh while you still can. I'm gonna ruin your wedding to my adorable brother.
Skylar, are you okay? What was that all about earlier? Just as I thought, a strange woman suddenly barged into the venue. She kicked over the wedding cake and ran away as fast as she could.
I really thought my heart was going to stop. My wedding dress was covered in cake. But thank goodness, it was before I changed. I'm in the changing room right now.
I see. I wish I could get over to you now. Sorry. It's just that the whole place is kind of a mess right now, and I'm kind of in the middle of dealing with it.
I'm fine. My mom's here for me.
Yeah. We don't know where the woman who did this is. Just stay in the waiting room and wait for me. I'm gonna go talk to the ceremony people. I've got to find the person who did this.
I'm so sorry for all of this.
That's okay. I should have been more careful. I never thought you'd get tangled up in this. She sent you a text saying she'd ruined the wedding, didn't she?
I was too busy getting ready and didn't have time to look at my phone.
The wedding will definitely go on, no question about it. I'm not about to let some mystery woman have her way with us.
Yeah. We'll make sure it's a success. No doubt about it. Serves you right. Seeing the bride covered in wedding cake is hilarious. You with cream all over your face, standing there like a deer in headlights. That dumbfounded expression. I should have taken a picture. Well, now, the only option is to cancel the wedding, right? And then, soon after, I'll explain to my brother, who will be so moved to see me again, just what a terrible woman you are. It's all downhill from there. Engagement broken. I'm loving this. It's the perfect ending for a woman who betrayed my adorable brother. Can I ask you something? What? I'm wondering where you got my contact info from. Yeah, about that. I'll tell you. It was a successful operation. I heard a rumor my brother was getting married. I asked around to see who it was. I followed a friend of a friend, and that led me to you. I asked someone who had your contact information. I asked him, telling him that I had to get some urgent information to you, and he gave it to me. I also got the date, time, and place of the wedding and everything. I see. You got it by hook or crook. Now, one more thing. Can you tell me your real name? Mel is a nickname or something, right? Oh, my name is Melody. Melody, I see. That's why you chose Mel. So, once again, Melody, you deliberately knocked over the wedding cake and stained my dress. What on earth are you doing? Of course, it was to stop your wedding. I don't understand why I have to have my wedding ceremony interrupted by someone I don't know. I don't understand. I've told you repeatedly. I can't forgive you for betraying my little brother. In order to protect him, I wanted to stop the wedding at all costs. Well, sooner or later, my brother will see what you really are. I'm sure he will thank me. And now, I've successfully ruined your wedding. So anyway, I'm going home for the day. Bye. Chase, it looks like that woman's name is Melody.
Oh, you were able to get her real name? So her name is Melody. Melody, I think.
Do you have any idea who it is?
Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I knew someone with that name a long time ago. Sorry, I'll check it out and text you back. Skylar, I found out who Melody is.
Huh? Really?
I'll tell you the details later. First of all, we have to continue with the wedding.
Right. We've got guests waiting.
I think she'll probably get caught soon. Mom said she's going to find out Melody's parents' contact information.
Oh, so the parents know each other?
Yeah, that's right. They haven't been in contact for a while now. I'm sure we can work something out. By the way, Skylar, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I fixed my makeup. I'm all dressed up.
I see. Well then, let's head back to the wedding hall right away.
Wait a minute. What's this about the wedding not being cancelled? I mean, your dress was covered in cake. Don't tell me you continued the ceremony with a dirty dress. Of course not. I changed my dress. It was a blessing in disguise. I was supposed to change after cutting the cake. If they had done it after the dress change, the ceremony would have been cancelled. Oh, so there was a dress change. Too bad, huh? Well, you have no way of knowing how the ceremony is going to go. It's a shame. I thought I could have ruined the ceremony for you. Well, I'll make sure my brother and you break up. Even if you get married, it won't change the fact that you betrayed my brother. If I confront him with proof of your betrayal, my brother will break off the engagement immediately. So, I'm tired of hearing this over and over again. When did I betray Chase, and what's my deception? Huh? You still don't get it? Yes, I seriously don't know, because I have nothing to hide from him. What? You really don't know? I don't know what's going on. Please explain it to me. You're cheating on him, aren't you? Huh? Cheating? Don't play dumb with me. I know everything. I hired a professional agency to check up on you for my brother. I found out that you are living together with a guy named Steve in an apartment. A detective agency? You spent a lot of money to find out? That's right. It's for the sake of my beloved brother. I'd pay anything to know the truth. You spent a lot of money on such a trivial thing. Huh? Steve, who lives with us, is my brother. What? Your brother? That apartment is my parents' place. My parents, my brother, and I live there. My parents enjoy traveling and often go abroad together. Perhaps it was during one of their trips that the agency saw my brother. Since my brother and I were the only ones going in and out of the apartment, did they mistake us as living together? No way! I can't believe you're brother and sister. By the way, I don't live in that apartment anymore. I just got married to Chase and moved into a new apartment. Oh my God! You said you had a detective agency check it out. They did a very poor job of investigating. But, even if the affair was a mistake, I'm against the marriage. Why? Because having a presumptuous woman like you as my sister-in-law, I just don't like it. You know what? As I told you before, Chase, the groom, has no sister. So I will not become a sister-in-law to you. Huh? Are you still saying that? You took my sweet little brother away from me. The groom is an only child. Huh? We checked with his parents. It's a lie! 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 Isn't it strange that you are brother and sister and you don't even know each other's contact info? I've contacted my brother many times on social networking sites. I sent him messages every day, wanting to talk to him in person. But he kept ignoring me. Wow. I hadn't seen him since we were separated at an early age. Chase probably doesn't even know I'm his sister. I'm sure he'll remember me when he sees me in person. Well, I'm sure that part will become clear later. What is this? I can't believe that Chase and I aren't brother and sister. You finally realized your mistake? Chase's mother just called me. She told me what a terrible thing I had done. I heard that the mothers knew each other. Chase and I lived near each other and used to play together when we were little. We used to go back and forth to each other's houses and stay overnight. So we were close like sister and brother, but we were just friends. And yet you thought that he was your brother and had been separated from you, didn't you? Because he used to call me his big sister. Well, I am sure that you were like an older sister to him when he was little. I heard that he moved to another town before I started elementary school. Around the same time, my parents divorced and my father left home. I thought he was taken in by my father. Oh, so that's why he was separated from you. When I was a kid, I pleaded with my mother over and over. I told her I wanted to see my brother. But she said Chase was not my brother. She wouldn't let me see him at all. So I thought my mother lied to me because she didn't want to see my father. So that's when the misunderstanding started. Ah, this is bad. What should I do? What? I've been bragging to my friends and boyfriend that I'm the sister of a famous person. I even promised to let them meet him someday. What? Famous? He has a YouTube channel under the name Chase, right? He's not a celebrity, but he has a lot of subscribers and he's insanely famous. Oh, I know. Tell Chase to say that he's my brother and ask him to meet my friends and boyfriend. Just this one time. Chase doesn't have a YouTube channel. Of course he's not a celebrity. He's just an ordinary businessman. Huh? The company he works for doesn't allow side jobs, and he's busy with work. I don't think he would even have time to upload videos to YouTube. No way! Well, there are a lot of guys named Chase. So it's not impossible that someone might mistake him for someone else. But with YouTube, you know what he looks like, right? Melody, you didn't notice that he was a different person? Because he wears a mask when he appears on YouTube. He's about the same age as Chase. Well then, when I leaked information about Chase's fiancé's affair on social media, he didn't respond at all. Well, you've got the wrong guy. Oh no! Okay. So there was no action from you towards the Chase I married. Oh no! I must have done something really embarrassing. What should I do? I know you're in a panic now, but the cleaning fee for the wedding dress you stained with cake, the extension fee for the delay of the wedding, and compensation to me. What? You'll be billed for them later, along with the official documents. What? I'm sure it will be quite a lot of money, but you'll have to pay it, won't you? No way. You'd better apologize to the YouTube star Chase too. Oh no, what should I do? It's too embarrassing now to say that I had the wrong person. I'm sure you're right, but it's your own fault. Seriously, this is a mess. Please, answer the phone. Melody, what do you want? It turns out that my husband is not your brother. Can you please stop bothering me? We don't even really know each other. I need your help.
Huh?
I got a call from someone claiming to be the YouTuber Chase's lawyer. He said something about a disclosure request and a demand for compensation. What should I do? I can't pay any more compensation fees.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Please don't tell me that you told YouTuber Chase that I mistakenly called myself his sister. Or that I was wrong about his fiancée cheating on him. Please, could you explain it to him?
Why do I have to be the one to do that?
Because you married Chase. I'm the one who got embarrassed.
No, it's not my fault. You just misunderstood on your own and went out of control.
But I'm your husband's childhood friend. You can help me.
When you met my husband, Chase, again after the wedding, he told you, didn't he? My husband said he barely remembered you. I'm glad that you cared for him so much that you thought of him as your brother. But my husband and I could never forgive you for messing up the wedding, on top of mistakenly thinking I was cheating on him. I will never help you.
Oh no!
Okay, so I have to go now.
Wait, at least explain this to Chase, the YouTube star.
I had nothing to do with this.
Please?
It's so depressing. I'm going to block you. After that, Melody decided to pay a large amount of compensation to the YouTuber in question. She had just recently paid compensation to me and had no savings. She had to go into debt. I heard the details from Melody's mother, who came to apologize to me. Melody's company found out about the disturbance, and she became the topic of discussion. It seems that she couldn't stand to be looked at so coldly by everyone, so she voluntarily resigned from her job. But she still had to repay her debts. She's working from morning to night, a job she was introduced to by an acquaintance. The work seems to be very hard for her, and she calls her mother every day crying, saying she wants to go home. Of course, her mother's answer is always no. She told her she couldn't come home until her attitude was such that she wouldn't be a menace to society. As for me, I am enjoying newlywed life with my husband. I didn't expect to be treated so badly on this once-in-a-lifetime occasion, but I think it was a wedding that not only my husband and I, but also the guests who attended, will never forget.
Hey, Daisy, are you there? What do you think you're doing missing New Year's with the family? You should be at my parents' house with the rest of us. Happy New Year's to you too, Lily. I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it over to the house. I'm sure you heard from your brother, but something very important came up for me and I wasn't able to go. What could possibly be more important than spending New Year's Eve with family? I'm sorry, but I had to work. In fact, I know a lot of people who had to work through the holiday. I know that some people have to work through the holidays, but why would someone who doesn't even have a college degree like you need to? What kind of job could you possibly have that wouldn't give you the day off today? I mean, I don't think my level of education matters. Lots of places stay open for the new year. But if you really want to know, I'm in charge of a big project in the office and I had some work I needed to get done on it. You really expect me to believe that you're in charge of anything? Why don't you just stop with all these excuses already and come back home? It really is just unacceptable that you're not here to help us celebrate right now. I really don't know why we always have to do things like this, Lily, especially after we've talked about this before. But I really don't like the way that you always harp on the fact that I didn't go to college. You always use that as a way to look down on me, and I really don't appreciate it. I mean, do you realize that I'm sending your parents, and by extension you, $1,500 a month? What are you talking about? I know that that money doesn't come from you. Obviously, that money that I use to pay for my school comes from my brother. How dare you even try to take credit for that? What's the matter with you? Are you serious? Is that really what you think? I know it, actually, and I know that you don't make enough to be sending that kind of money. So how about you just stop making all of these excuses and get over here already? Don't you realize how disrespectful you're being by not being here?
Daisy, are you there? I really am so sorry about what my sister was lying to you. I tried to explain to her about why you wouldn't be able to come, but I guess even my parents were calling you.
That's right. I actually wasn't able to get any work done thanks to them.
You mean they were calling and messaging you that much?
That's right. I finally had to mute both of them because my phone wouldn't stop going off. I'm sorry, but I really just don't want to talk about this until you get home.
I understand, but still, I just wanted to say how sorry I am for my family. I really did try to make them understand, but nobody listened to what I had to say.
Well, then you can't blame yourself for that. Besides, it was mostly just your sister making fun of me for not going to college. She was bragging about how everyone in your family went to such fancy colleges, and then was going on about how I'll never be able to find a good job with no degree.
I really just don't get Lily sometimes. She just has such outdated views of people that don't seem to change no matter what. Honestly, it probably would have been best if I stayed at home with you and didn't bother coming here.
Oh, what are you talking about? Of course you shouldn't have done that. Your parents love you very much, and I know that if you didn't go, it would hurt them a lot. I'm just sorry that your sister and I can't seem to get along no matter what I try.
Well, I'm starting to reach the limits of patience with her as well. I mean, we make sure that you and I are there for every other family event. So, I don't get why she has to treat you this way for missing one little day, especially when you have work that you need to do.
No, but well, I wish we could have been together today, but we're always so busy and our schedules never match up.
I know, and even when we do have time off together, we always end up spending it visiting my family. I think I'll have to try talking to Lily one more time about this. She can't keep behaving this way and thinking that she can get away with it.
Well, I really am grateful for how upset you're being on my account. In fact, that's really all I care about with all of this.
Of course I'm mad about this. You're my wife, and my sister shouldn't be allowed to look down at you like this. Especially since you do so much for her by paying for her school. I've explained this to Lily over and over again, but she thinks I'm just making excuses for you.
Well, I suppose she has it in her head that there's no way someone who doesn't have a college degree could send money like I do every month. But she also has no idea that I make over $100,000 a year.
I know, and I have tried to tell my family the situation over and over again, but I think if they won't listen, then I'll have to tell them I'm never visiting home again. Because I don't want to be around so-called family if all they're going to do is either make fun of you or not stand up for you.
Are you really sure that you want to do this?
Of course I'm sure. If they're not going to change, then we need to do something. Besides, I want to be able to spend the time that we have off together. I'll talk to my work and try to arrange it so that I can take some time off and you and I can be together.
If you're really sure about this, then I'll try and get my work done quickly too. Then hopefully we can match up these days that we'll take off together.
Perfect. In fact, tomorrow, why don't I take you out for a nice New Year's date?
What have you done? John just messaged me and said that he wasn't going to be coming over. He said that he was never going to be coming to visit home again. You mean he really did it? Oh, here I thought he might still go. But wow, well, at least I know that John really knows how to keep his word. What are you talking about? This is the worst. Do you have any idea how much this is going to crush my parents? My brother can't just cancel on us like this out of the blue. This is going to ruin the whole holiday. Well, I don't know why you're talking to me about this. It sounds like you should be talking to your brother. After all, did you even ask him why it is that he wouldn't be going this year? Of course I asked him why he was doing this to us. He told me it was because you don't like how I teased you about not going to college. And he said that you two already spend enough time out of the year visiting home. You did actually hear the reason, but I take it that wasn't enough to convince you? Do I seem convinced to you? My brother isn't going to be home this New Year's Eve because you don't like a little teasing. Well, it's not my fault that a failure like you married into a family full of so many accomplished people. You need to grow a thicker skin. You really just don't learn at all, do you? And I have no idea what John was talking about with coming home too often. We're a family. We should be together as much as possible. John doesn't live at home anymore, so it's only natural that he should be spending all of his time off coming to visit us here. And do you have any idea just how expensive it is having to travel to visit your parents so often in a single year? How much we spend on eating out and gifts and all that? By the time you account for a trip there and back for the two of us, airfare alone is usually around $1,500. And so what? Who cares about how much it costs to see family? That should be nothing, especially since John works for such a huge company. What do you mean by that? Wait a second. I know what's going on here. This is all a part of a plan of yours to prevent him from ever coming home again. You're mad that John is spending his money on visiting his family and not on you. That's why you're trying to keep him from visiting us. Well, I am not going to let you get away with this. You can mark my words. I really don't even know what to say to any of that. You think you can just use my brother for his money? Well, you've got another thing coming. I can tell you that much. He should have never married a woman like you. You're just trying to rob him blind. Wow, you have really taken this whole thing to another level. But I'll have you know that I was the one shelling out the money for all of the visits home. That's a lie, and we both know it. I know you could never manage to do something like that. You just keep calling John's money your money. But you didn't earn it, and so it's not yours. I won't let you keep leeching off my brother. You won't ever lay another finger on a penny of his again. You really think that I'm a parasite on your brother? Is that really how you see things? Of course! Who else would I be talking about? You didn't go to college, you only have a high school diploma, and yet you talk as though you're the one that pays for anything. You're nothing but my brother's gold-digging wife, and don't forget it, you won't get away with this. Okay, Lily, I really think that you need to calm down right now. In fact, I think that you might be confused about a lot of what goes on between your brother and I haven't gotten anything wrong at all, and I am not going to listen to your lies. I'm not lying when I say that I work very hard and contribute a lot to your parents and you. As for John not going to see you all this year, that was his own decision. I never asked him to do that at all. He came up with that all by himself. No, you're lying to me. You're always lying to me. I know that you're nothing but a gold digger. I'll never listen to the lies of a bottom feeder like you. But if you're not going to own up to the truth, I'll have to take matters into my own hands to save my brother. And just what are you trying to save him from? You, of course! I'm trying to save him from you, and I'll do that by convincing him to divorce you. I'll make him see that you're nothing but a leech and convince him to leave you far behind where you can't take advantage of him anymore. Okay, Lily, now this is really just getting to be ridiculous. I know that I've got you scared now. You can't even defend yourself. And soon you'll have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. After all, I know that the town hall accepts divorce paperwork year-round with no days off. Wait a second. What do you mean? How are you supposed to divorce John and I? Oh, you poor stupid little thing. You see, I already sent out the divorce papers 35 minutes ago. You and my brother are already done. It's only a matter of time before he realizes that he doesn't need you anymore. Hold on a second, are you serious? Of course I'm serious. And now that you know that you and my brother are no longer married, I want you to pack up your things and leave. After all, I don't care where you end up since I get all the money I need from my brother anyways. You've always been a dead weight around here. Okay then, but I guess this means I'll stop paying for your schooling. What are you talking about? I'm talking about how I'm really at my limit with you, Lily. You keep making fun of me and disrespecting me. And now you're even saying that you've submitted paperwork to divorce me from your brother? I just don't see why I should show you any more patience after all of this. Oh, please. And what could someone like you even do, huh? I know it's my brother who sends my parents and I money. You can't threaten me with that. Especially since you and my brother are divorced now, remember? So now there's really nothing you can do. You really need to learn to stop getting so far ahead of yourself. I'll have you know that I already told John about what you've done, and he's talking to the county courthouse right now. Then he's coming back home. Wait, what? What do you mean? I mean that I really don't think you have any idea at all just how lucky you are. Not just you, but your parents as well. But all that is going to come to an end. And I don't care how much you cry to me about it. Nothing is going to change my mind. You can't do this to me. It's not fair. I had no idea that you were the one sending my family money this whole time. But it's already been a week since we normally get the money, and it still hasn't come. You have to send us the money right away. What do you think you're doing talking to me like this, Lily? Better yet, why are you coming to me about this when it's been John sending you the money? You should go and talk to your brother about this, not me. I tried. I messaged him and he told me that he was never ever sending us money in the first place. He told me that this whole time it was you sending us the money. Oh, really? And you actually believed what he had to tell you about that? Because this isn't the first time that he's said this, and you just never listened to him. That's because I really thought that he was lying. I thought that he was just giving you credit for everything, but now John won't even answer me anymore. Please, you're all that I have left. I don't have anyone else who I can come to for help. Give me a break, Lily. I thought I told you to leave Daisy and I alone. You brag so much about getting to go to your niece's school, but you hardly have the brains to show for it. Wait a second. Is this John? Of course it is, and I told you that I was going to block you on everything. Not only that, but I told you that Daisy won't be sending you any more money. So how about you just leave us alone already? We're not in the mood to listen to you whine to us. In fact, I'm going to tell Daisy to block you too. Wait, you can't do this to me. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Please don't block me. I just really need this money. You have to understand. I really did think that it was my brother sending money to us this whole time. How am I supposed to pay for school without your help now? I don't care, and it isn't my problem, so quit bothering us with this. Even if she did choose to forgive you, I still wouldn't send you any more money. You aren't serious, are you? You wouldn't really do that to us, right? But I just, please, John, you have to know that I really had no idea it was Daisy that was sending the money. But if she doesn't keep sending it, then I won't be able to graduate. I mean, I knew that she worked for some big company or something, but I thought she was just a nobody. I had no idea she could afford to send so much money to us. But I really had no idea about any of this at all. But the money always came in through someone's credit card, and I just always thought it was yours. You mean all of my plans have come to nothing? After giving Lily a piece of his mind, John blocked her on every single thing we could think of. Later, I heard through the grapevine that Lily asked her school to allow her a break in her schooling so that she could raise money to continue her degree. Meanwhile, her parents were freaking out since John's decided to stop talking to his parents as well. His parents were furious at Lily for effectively ruining the relationship between her brother and her parents. They demanded that if she was going to be living with them, that she would need to find a job and contribute to the household. I heard that because of all the hours of work Lily had to do, she was forced to drop out of her program. In fact, I've heard that Lily and her parents have all become recluses, Lily only leaving the house to go to work and come back. As for John and I, although it was tough for him to cut off communication from his family, he always said that it was his decision and he was glad that he made it. Thankfully, without as many visits to his parents' house, we've been able to spend much more quality time together. It had been an issue for us for so long that to have it suddenly solved was almost surprising. But we have been making the most of our newfound time together and always trying to make sure that we do something fun. I think that John has come a long way in coming to terms with his decision, and I think we're all finally starting to act like our old selves again. And having the extra money from not doing as much traveling and sending money doesn't hurt either.